buffering going on. That's no good. I'm going to pause here.
View of Falcon 9 at Launch Complex 39A at Kennedy Space Center, waiting liftoff at 11:50 p.m. Eastern Time. Welcome to our live launch coverage of Falcon 9's 101st launch of the year, the USSF 36th mission, delivering the Space Force's X-37B orbital test vehicle to space. My name is Tyler Lionquist, and I'm a Starlink analyst here at
It's a spy plane.
And I'm Jesse Anderson, a senior.
This is my 15-year-old computer that's doing this. It can't keep up for some reason right now. Usually it does. So I'm going to pause and hopefully it catches up.
And once they are fully
Great shot of the payload fairings inside of it. U.S. Space Force space plane, otherwise known as a spy plane.
And it looks like they're fully open now, so they should.
On top of a Falcon 9 rocket.
It's just going to be a few degrees here. And there you can see
that rocket is going to launch the space plane at a lower altitude. It's going to insert it into orbit at a lower altitude than it has before. So for that reason, it's going to be able to come all the way back. The rocket will be able to come all the way back to the Cape because it'll have enough fuel on board to do that instead of having to land on an ocean-going barge, as I think I read all the other space plane launches. So at T-2, which is coming up here,
denser propellants mean more performance out of the same tank.
I'm going to walk out and I'm going to try to capture both the launch and the return of the rocket. So if you're watching this, that means that I was able to do that.
You may hear that referred to as engine chill, and we did hear that call out, as Tyler mentioned, at T-2.
So we're coming up on T-2, and I need to grab that extra phone right there next to my glass of grape juice, my nightcap. My doctor told me that grape juice as a nightcap is always good for you, so that's what I do. Alright, here we go. I'm going to head out.
We are coming up on that call out at the T-2 minute mark for liquid oxygen loading on the second stage.
Alright. Going out the slider into the darkness. I know you can't see anything. There's a little bit of light out here. There's the fluorescent light from the neighbor's pool. Lights across the canal, barely visible on the camera. I'm going to sit down. And the rocket should launch roughly in that direction there. It's launching from historic Launch Pad 39A of the Apollo program fame, and also the space shuttle. And I think it's in that direction. I think 39B is more that way. And the landing zone is going to be more that way. And I'm going to try to actually, more like that. I'm going to try to capture it as it comes through the atmosphere. It has a burn, which I'm not going to walk out onto the deck to try to catch that. Probably won't see it anyways because there's very likely a low, there we go, there's the launch. All right, so I'm going to zoom. How about that? Huh? That's worth the price of admission. And there it is. Nice. Really nice. Going to be going up into the clouds here any second. Try to capture it. Lost in the clouds. Now I got to try to time this. That's why I brought the second phone out here, because at 8.5 minutes, the rocket will return to the Cape and it will light up its landing burn right over the top of trees just around the corner from my canal. Here comes the rumble from the launch, delayed by about 40 seconds. Yeah. There you go. That was the other phone, by the way. Okay, this is the other phone coming up on stage separation. Okay, we got stage separation. So the rocket is now returning to the Cape. I'll come back to it in a second. Doesn't look like much right now. That doesn't look right. Okay. All right. So that is the I guess they've picked up the rocket. The cameras have picked up the rocket returning. Now I don't want to miss this, so I got to really pay attention here. So that's onboard cameras from the rocket returning. Those grid fins are going to pop out any second now. And it got really grainy and we can't see nothing. Excuse me, can't see anything. All right, so we're at T plus 3.5. So I'm going to pause here because I'm going to come back to it at about T plus 7. Okay, I said I was going to pick it up at T plus 7, but coming up on it. That right there doesn't look like much, but that is the Space Coast. Could be Cocoa Beach from the rocket. All right. Is that landing burn? It is. So I got to go like this. No, that's re-entry. Okay. Sorry, that's re-entry. That's the re-entry burn. If I was out on the deck and pointing up, we might pick it up. All right, so I got to go with the delay. I'm going to go back to the darkness for right now, to the spot where I think it's going to happen. There's only been less than a handful of these, so I'm never quite sure. There it is. That is the rocket coming back to the Cape. Nice. Hello. And they told the young man by the name of Elon Musk that it could never be done. That's what all the experts around here said. Ha ha, they laughed at him and said, that'll never be done. And well, he did it. First on barges, and then brought him back to the Cape. Wait for the sonic boom coming up here. It's going to be epic. I just hope I don't drop the phone. I'm scared. Kaboom! Come on. One time it almost knocked me over. Yeah. And the dogs go woof, woof, woof. All right. That's a wrap from Cocoa Beach. Over and out.